what's up, man? We in this thing today. We on some basketball. They ballin'. Some basketball. Yeah, we got the NBA conference finals are here now. Conference finals. Realistically, that applause is really just so we can get to the next step, the next stage in this thing. Realist is what everybody wants to see. The NBA better not deny everybody what they want to see. So I've seen y'all rig up a whole bunch of other stuff. Make this thing go the way it needs to go. I need to see this thing. I need to see it. I'm gonna be disappointed if I don't get to see this. So, so we got the conference finals coming up, and those that are kind of looking, and you can kind of see that, the thumbnail is going to say that, Curry versus LeBron, because realistically, this is all that we're doing. We're comparing how Cleveland looks on one side to how Golden State looks on the other side. Realistically, almost game to game, So, yeah, that is that's where we are, So, getting to the actual matchups that you have. So in the East, we have Cleveland versus let's see, who they playing? Cleveland versus Boston. Cleveland versus Boston. It took them 7 games to make it to the next round. So now they are here. Some people are already in the first round almost declared them the worst number 1 seed ever. Even with that being said, in the first round, they still made it to the finals. So, made it to the Eastern Conference Finals. So, they did their thing. Pretty much, they're doing their thing. So, what you got to say about that matchup?
Man, well, you know what I'm gonna say.
How many games, man? Let's call it a game. I'm calling it just because, man. I think IT is one of the realest motherfuckers as far as unguardability in the NBA. I think he'll get 1 game, and that's only because I just think that, if he's some type of way, and you got a team that play defense, normally you can kind of stay in games. If he gets 1 game at home where they can stay in the game and not be blown out, I think he can possibly steal 1, but that's really tough because he got one of the probably the best closer right now in the NBA, Kyrie Irving on the other side. So, it's probably gonna be pretty difficult, man.
I'm gonna say sweep.
Sweep.
I'm gonna say sweep. I know the regular season's a different story, but man,
I'm just trying to give my boy IT respect because really, man, I've been an IT fan for a whole lot of years. He has won me a couple fantasy titles when people were still sleeping on them, and I would be able to pick them up very easily. And so, I'm partial to IT, and I think he's a good basketball player. I think he plays every bit to his strengths, and I think that's just smart in your humility. Like some people would, They want to play a certain way and don't want to realize exactly where you are in your game, and just play to where you are in your game. Now, if you go in the off season and you can add more to it, then fine. But play to what you can do, and he's a very smart player on that in particular, man. Yeah, so. But yeah, so I am streaming here live, so I just want to say that he will win a game. I don't really believe that he will win a game, but I want to say that he will win a game. So that's just how I see on that. So going to the other side in the West we have the Golden State Warriors versus the San Antonio Spurs, and because it took so long for the actual matchups to be set, Golden State has already won game one. We did cover somewhat of that. Realistically, we talked about the Zaza Pachulia play, but now we, I guess, just kind of looking at the matchup overall. I thought this would be a sweep initially. I did think this would be a sweep, and I kind of still feel like it's still going to be a sweep, because I think that was the game that the Spurs needed to win. And that it's nothing worse than game one when y'all feeling each other out and you get a good lead and then you lose it, and then now we kind of feeling out, but everybody has kind of got their rhythm of what is going to work, what is not going to work, what do we need to work on to do better at next time. And then so I just thought that was their game to win. And then with Kawhi being out, I just didn't know. And game three will be very pivotal. Game three will be very pivotal. I think they have no shot in HE double hockey sticks. Ain't got a shot in Helltown, man, to win without Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi is he does too much for that team, and there's really no filling that in with that particular team. And you know how that goes. Basically, most of the time, your superstar position is probably your weakest position on the bench, because you build a team around the star expecting them to be there, unless you start having one particular that gets hurt, then you start trying to worry about who will, the next year after they get hurt, you're like, okay, well, he got hurt last year, now let's make sure we fill that position. But stars, like it really, how many small forwards are on Cleveland team? I'm trying to think.
How many superstars?
Small forwards.
Oh, small forwards. Let's
Yeah.
see, you got Richard Jefferson.
Two guard.
Now, Richard Jefferson is a 3.
This is 2. He played 2. Even when he was Western, he played 2. Matter of fact, when he played with Vince,
No, we live
Vince
right now. We live right now, and I'm sure everybody gonna hold you to it. You want to put a small wager, on.
This is my opinion. Now, he's a 2 guard. Like you got to be like 6'7" or better to be a small forward, man.
Richard Jefferson is every bit of 6'8".
No.
Yeah, man. Richard Jefferson
6'5" with hops out this world. He about 6'5" with hops out this world. But he, I don't think that he. Let's see.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, looks like I'm right.
6'7". I see they got him
Yeah,
6'7". I don't believe he's 6'7".
yeah, man. Hey,
I don't
man.
believe he's 6'7". Whatever.
You put him. You remember him in
And when he was when they went to the championship,
him
got
and,
spanked by
Vince Carter
Kobe
was on the
twice.
same team. And he
Yeah,
was sure looking taller than Vince then.
yeah. But let me see. So you got that's one. How many more? And then, but it.
I mean, what other small forward do you need? You got LeBron James.
That's what I'm saying.
Whatever
That
your
was my
small
whole
forward
point.
is.
That you don't. When you build a team, you don't. When you build a team and you have a star that's your main star, you don't normally have a whole lot of backup. It's a wasted spot to have two people behind LeBron James. Like it's a wasted spot to have two real legit backup point guards behind Russell Westbrook. Why would you do that? You know what I'm saying? Why
I mean,
would
that's why you see some games like Amon Shumpert don't get a lot of minutes, or because of Kyle Korver, because it's a logjam at shooting guard. It's more of a logjam at shooting guard than it is small forward. So
yeah, that's my whole point. Everything you're saying is exactly what I was saying. Like it doesn't.
I mean, but you would rather have.
No, I'm just saying that your team. All I was saying is Kawhi being out. They are not prepared for Kawhi to be out. You don't prepare your team for your superstar to be out. When you build your roster, you don't prepare your team for your superstar to be out.
You really don't.
Yes.
And I really like the way they had Jonathan Simmons and Kawhi Leonard playing. Like I like the step up from Jonathan Simmons. He's really stepped up his game.
Mm-hmm.
But he's not Kawhi Leonard. You can tell that he may be something special in a year or two under Pop, but he's not a Kawhi Leonard.
Mm-hmm.
And he can't carry San Antonio. And let me say this before I finish. San Antonio is the team that will surprise you. If there's ever a team not to take lightly, it's a San Antonio without its stars.
Okay, I do agree. I agree with all that. It's not against this team. It's not against. Most of the time, San Antonio. To be honest with you, most of the time, San Antonio beats team off of the fact that they just play better basketball. They make better basketball decisions. They don't
turn the ball over.
They don't turn the ball over. They do it like that.
They have court offense.
Mm-hmm. But there are other teams that play good basketball too, like Cleveland. Cleveland, they make the right play. That's what basketball is for. More often than not, the person that was supposed to get the ball don't get the ball when they open. With the hands ready, everything. That's how good teams are. Like you're not going. So good basketball gets you a long way. So if you're playing a team like Celtics, the Celtics talent to the Wizards talent, I don't think it's close. I think the Wizards team is 100 times better. But the Celtics play good basketball. When Kelly Olynyk is rolling, they feed him. That's what it don't matter who rolling. That's good basketball. When you do that, okay, so that do. But then when you start matching up with teams that got, that play good basketball and their talent is just that much more. No, you're not gonna get away with them with your star out. Good basketball is only gonna get you so far with Golden State. At this point, you know what I'm saying, when you lose your stars. The same way it would be with Cleveland. You take Kawhi, you're going to get swept. You're going to get swept if you lose Kawhi Leonard playing against one of those teams.
I mean, I'm just not going to say that. I'm just not going to say it. I've seen, we've seen Pop too many times.
The one thing that people don't realize that realistically, I watched them all year long. I remember the very first game when they blew them out. I sat there and watched the game, and Golden State was turning the ball over, but in the half court, nobody could score the ball but Kawhi Leonard. That mean in the half court, nobody. Golden State lost it, but game because they had 15 turnovers in the first. You know what I'm saying? First half, you can't do that. That's more turnovers than you want for a whole game. You can't do that in the first half. So you gave them a lot of but when every time it was in the half court, nobody can score the ball but Kawhi. So now you're gonna tell me I sat there and watched them when I saw nobody had. Now they're going to. All of a sudden now, because the thing is, Patty Mills is not going to get open and get flowing the way he did against other teams. Against the last round where you just let him get open all the time. That stuff is not going to happen. You're going to, you know what I'm saying? They're not going to let that type of stuff happen, especially out on that perimeter. When they switching everything, Patty Mills not going to get out. He's not going to get off and get 100 unless they just turn the ball over a lot. He's not going to get you know what I'm saying? Whole lot of wide open shots the way he stayed open in the last series. If you're gonna give Patty Mills those type of shots, man, you don't plan on trying to win. But so conference finals, that's what we got or whatever. I'm saying right now, I'm going to stick with my sweep. Golden State sweep, and my heart is telling me one game that Isaiah Thomas will win. My head is telling me that will be a sweep too. So that's my thoughts on those two particular ones. We can't wait till we get to see what we want to see is the matchup, really just the finals in general, because either one of the teams from the West against Cleveland will be an epic finals. Wouldn't you say so?
I did, yeah, definitely.
Either one of them will be an epic finals. So because you get Kawhi for the second time. Kawhi is the last person to beat him. Well, not the last person, but the previous to last person to beat LeBron in the finals. And then you got, the most current one, Curry, and them winning the previous year when LeBron's team was hurt. So, it's, I love basketball so much. I just can't wait to watch. Like, I really, I like Curry, and he probably would be my favorite player, mostly because I think, I like his game. It's more like how I like to play. If people would have let you play that way, you know what I'm saying? Because that was my thing too. Because I know, especially when I start playing so young, that you never were the physical specimen. You playing with grown men, so I just stepped back further. You know what I'm saying? That was my thing. Yeah, man, you must don't know, man. I practice shooting out of bounds. You know what I'm saying? I'm damn sure gonna hit this right here, right at the line, way back here. Goddamn. At my house or in my neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? But so. That's just me. So that's really my only preference on it. I don't really care who wins. I think it's just going to be amazing basketball, and I love to see that, especially from both sides, where I just think it will be amazing basketball on both sides. Because, Kyrie, even though there's a lot of stuff about Kyrie that I don't like as a one-on-one player, he is almost unstoppable. You know what I'm saying? He's so difficult. Like, he's so difficult even to double team, man. Like
he's probably one of the best mid-range and contested shot shooters I've ever seen.
It's just any type of shot. That's just the thing about it.
Any type of shot, but definitely when somebody's defending him, it doesn't seem like the shot is any different. It kind of has that Kobe to him, like, okay, let me get to this spot. If all I got to do is get to this spot, I'll be good.
Yeah, and so that with LeBron, and then the fact that regardless of what people want to say, Skip Bayless will actually try to use it against LeBron, that he will defer to that guy at the end of the game. I think that is a badge of honor when it comes to the NBA, because a lot of times that's what it takes, man. That's what it takes when most teams can't, like I said, most teams, truthfully, when a player gets hot, they don't even get the ball. On a team, if you play with John Wall and you a bench player, you could be 7 for 8, nigga. That's what you gonna get, 8 shots. If you play on a good team, if you hit that many shots in your first few shots, we gonna keep you gonna get 12 shots. If you hitting at that percentage, you might get 15 or 20 on a good team. But you play on certain teams, man. It's just like, I don't think that there's a concerted effort to roll with what's working, because you never know, man. Even stars don't have it some days. You know what I'm saying? It's rare when stars don't have it, but even stars don't have it some days. And damn sure with role players and stuff like that. So you gotta roll with what's rolling tonight. Not your favorite people on the team. This my partner over here. That's my partner. Fuck it. What's rolling tonight? What we gonna roll with? You know what I'm saying? And that's good basketball. And there's only a few teams that play that way. And LeBron is one of them. And he's infectious, and he carries a team in that manner. And the Spurs play that way, and the Golden State play that way. And that's mostly the reason why they beat the rest of the teams in the NBA, because they don't do that. When they have a person that's doing well, you not in the game plan. Ain't no change in the game plan. We finna keep going to this motherfucker, let him miss 11 shots in a row. John Wall. That's just,
He got that, Wall got the Westbrook. I mean, but not so much of the Westbrook to the point where he's just he won't pass the ball. He's a willing
It's not that he don't pass the ball.
He don't get everybody involved.
He's trying to get stats.
Get everybody involved.
Yeah, he wants to get 10 assists. He goes out there just like Westbrook. It's time to pass the ball. The next 6 times down the court, I'm finna pass the ball. That ain't how basketball go. Yeah, right. You can get your assists like that. You go down there and you force whatever it is that you want. When you got that type of athleticism, you force what you want. You know, that's what LeBron, I'm going to force you to switch and get Kyrie a good matchup. You know what I'm saying? And then I give him the ball, you know. Or, you know, that's, and that's what I'm saying, like I said. Like I said, and I say the Celtics. That's the only reason why the Celtics beat most teams right now, because if Marcus Smart got it going, on a given night, Marcus Smart can get 15 shots. And if he don't got it going, he ain't gonna get but 5. And he accept that. When you got players,
Right.
Yeah, that's mostly where I feel like basketball is. That's why I enjoy watching the Wizards, and I like watching the Spurs play, even though I really don't like them. I don't like them because I'm a Lakers fan coming up. Man. So, man, we done ran a lot of stuff on this or whatever. We set those picks. If you actually stayed and listened this long, man, God is going to bless you. Your blessing is coming. And y'all need to go ahead and click that subscribe, share any of our posts, videos, share it with your friends or whatever. I know it's a lot that we get into, and we're gonna keep it coming, man, especially if we keep getting a good response. So that is going to be it, man, for this particular topic on Conference Finals, man. And we